The best investment right now is the best AI model. That's the conclusion I came to, and today I double down what I pay for it. And hey guys, this is Alan, and in today's video I will talk about a little bit about why I am investing so much on AI and why today I subscribed it to the most expensive plan I have used it until now. So one of the main reasons that I did that today is that I have been working a lot with AI and mainly to code. And I have a business partner called Danilo, and he takes care of the commercial and he manages the services that we provide while I code and I also automate things. I do the developing of the services, the developing part. And today I was working on one of our systems that we plan to sell to our clients. And today I was almost hitting the not only the session limit, but like it was at 11 a.m. and I was already almost hitting the weekly limit, and that would make me work like it would make me not have AI for one full day because my weekly limits will reset tomorrow. And that would actually really decrease my productivity. Not not that I am not able to code on my own, but the speed would reduce a lot. So I would be stuck in the middle of all the work. So instead of using the max 5x plan that I was using before, I subscribed it to the 20x, and there was even no need for me to do this arrow here, but now I use this plan. And and I was lucky because today they already resetted the limits. Anthropic already resetted the limits, but I was testing, and it was a good decision because even throughout the day I would hit the session limits, and it would hinder me to work slower. And one thing that's really important for me to highlight is that I paid for this subscription with money that already exists. So it comes from the revenue from a recent client that we closed the deal, and it's not something that I subscribed to hoping that I would be able to pay it in the future. And I don't like to work in that way. I don't like to spend my money with that with that view, like hoping that things will go right, and burning the boats behind me, because if I didn't have the money, I wouldn't subscribe to the most expensive model right away. I would start with the cheap ones, try to get more services, more freelance projects, and then start like going up in a staircase. And that's what I did until this morning. I was working with the plan that is $100, and now I am using the one that is $200. And for you guys to understand, in Brazil it is more than half the minimum wage. So it's not something cheap when you take into consideration the how much our currency has value. And yeah, it is a deal that we closed recently that pays this bill. And I'm not betting against a horse I don't know, because if I were broke, I would not have subscribed to it. I would not have made the upgrade. And not only the subscription made me use AI more throughout the day, the thing that it actually bought is that it bought more of my time, because my time right now is the only bottleneck. Because if I had to pause the same productivity. If I had to pause the workflow that I was doing, I would actually lose a lot of time. So for this afternoon, for example, I worked with Fable, delegating work to multiple Opus sub-agents, and then it was running all afternoon. And even when I was practicing jiu-jitsu today, um, Claude Code was working for me. Fable was organizing and managing the sub-agents. So if I had to do only one thing at a time instead of delegating things to Cloud, to AI, everything would be waiting on me, and I would be the bottleneck. So I am ambitious, and I know that this AI wave that is currently happening will not last forever. So I need to work as best as I can and as fast as I can right now. And one big thing that is important for me is that I am working on big projects that are not making revenue right now, but they will bring revenue. They have potential to do it, and they will solve important problems. But I still have to work on smaller projects and on urgencies that the clients that I have today need to have solved. So I have to keep working right now and is still working on future projects, on building things that will bring future clients in the future. And right now I am able to do that because the big projects will not stop. They will not need to wait for me to stop, to pause my workflow, to do the urgency and then go to the big project again. Right now, I can do like I am doing for a couple weeks already, like 3 or 4 uh, projects at once, because one is a big project. So I usually have this. I have one big project that I am working, and then 3 or 2 smaller projects, and all this I review by myself. I keep track of it. I pass all these distractions the best as I can, and I keep into contact with the client. So if a client, as I said, has an urgency, I solve it, and I solve it as soon as possible, because I work with servers, I work with websites that need to sell things. And if a website goes down, the client will start to call me, and I need to fix it right away. But with AI and now with a better plan, the big build will not sleep. I just have to review at the end, of course, because I don't want to rely 100% on AI. I write tests, I test manually, I keep track of deploys and things like that. But the honest part, I will be completely honest, I am still the bottleneck. So I have to keep studying. I have to get more focused. And right now, I got more time, but I also got more work to do, because now I need to be more productive. It is expected from me to be more productive with a better AI plan. But one thing that I'm already missing is that for some days I was not able to study daily, and I recognize today that I need to get my daily study back. And the good thing is that now with workflows and having a better plan that can run for more time, like hours, I can like start a workflow, and if I know that it will take 30 minutes to give me feedback, I can study for that 30 minutes instead of like doom scrolling on Instagram, or reading content on Twitter, things like that. And also, one thing that got me thinking is that if I was paying this amount of money for a subscription 1 year ago, I would not have the same results, because I had less experience. So I had less knowledge to multiply. Now I have real problems that I am solving, and I have years of these problems because, for example, I last week started a project that I am selling and that I'm creating and selling skills that work with integrating Cloud Code with Elementor and WordPress. And these are based on 4 years of problems working with building pages on WordPress and in Elementor. I began freelancing with that. So now I am solving these problems, but with the knowledge of 4 years working as a freelancer. And I could not have extracted this much value from AI a year ago or 4 years ago. And I think that a good level of AI started like 1 year ago that I was already able to build things coding with AI. But the way that I'm working right now, it is only possible right now. And what I conclude from that is that what actually gets multiplied is the arm, not the lever. So as I said, my knowledge is based on years of experience. So my knowledge is being multiplied. And this is the arm. This is not the lever. AI is the lever. It helps me, but I am using the arm, the knowledge that I have. If someone that did not have my knowledge tried to use AI the same way as I do, they would not be as productive as me, even though we have the best models currently, like Fable this week, that is working really well. So what I plan to do and what I am doing, and I need to do better with my daily study, is that I need to invest in the arm, in the knowledge that I have. And as I said, the freelancer years, the real problems that I've come into contact with, those are the things that on the other end of the level that are on the other end of the lever, and they are what have to stay heavy. So I need to get back to my study routine. And yeah, that's how AI leverages my work. I use AI as a lever. So let's say that this is my work and I'm using like this, just an example of a lever. So this is my work, this is what I do, this is AI helping me, but this thing here is me pulling down and putting my work into studying, into getting better. And if I make it longer, it will be easier to lift the work that is on the left. So that's how a lever works. And AI with that makes my time worth more, and a lot more, not only a little, some dollars more. I can do a lot more in less time, and as I keep getting better, it will bring more results. Not only like money, but value that I provide to my clients, and that is the most important thing. And that's the conclusion that I have for today. I need to keep investing in the arm. And as I say, every day I am showing for you guys here in the open how I'm trying to get a little better. So on yesterday's video, I talked about starting this form of recording using AI, using slides built by AI, but with my words. And now I subscribed to a better plan and I'm sharing it. Tomorrow I will share other things, but in the end, with due time, I will keep improving. And I hope that you get inspired by it and you also keep improving. And if you are using AI, let me know in the comments and tell me what plan do you use, what are you currently working with, and how do you plan to invest into your own art. That's it for today.